This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
Hello and welcome to Special Report coming to you from the coalfields near Dhanbad in Jharkhand. Where I am standing is known as the Jharia coalfields, and behind me the fire that you see and the fire that you see next to me are typical of this coal belt. They are not man-made fires, they are the result of self-igniting coal. Now this of course is on the surface, but underground for several kilometers similar fires are raging, causing subsidence, danger to infrastructure, danger to homes and pollution. Net result? From next year onwards, the Government of India, the Government of Jharkhand and public sector coal companies are launching a massive program to relocate some 4 lakh people from the coal belt of Jharia to a safer place. This is Jharia, a bustling town of about 80,000 people who could be sitting on a powder keg. Beneath Jharia is a honeycomb of underground coal mines, mined for years and years since the beginning of the last century and then abandoned. The rule book says the abandoned mines must be filled with sand. But before mines were nationalized in the early 70s, there was no one to enforce the rule book. So today, Jharia is perched on unstable, half-empty mines, their condition more precarious because some of the exposed coal seams underground have self-ignited and, even as we speak, are on fire. Doomsdayers say the entire town could suddenly or slowly subside.
Right now, the signs of subsidence and fire has been detected at the fringe of Jharia town, around Jharia town, not inside Jharia town. Now, when we see the condition of the coal seams, the old workings below Jharia town, we do not exactly know today what are the conditions of those pillars, coal pillars underground. It has withstood the test of time for the last 50 or 60 or 70 years, but there is no technical know-how available to predict or to say that the same pillars will continue to stand for the next 50 or 100 years.
Take this petrol pump on the outskirts of Jharia town, for instance. This April, district authorities ordered its immediate closure because mining experts said an underground fire was approaching it, endangering its underground petrol tank. The pump owners were upset. After all, it gave them their bread and butter. So they privately had some tests done by a mining-related organization and went to court with the results, because the test showed there was no fire hazard at all. The petrol pump reopened in June after the court gave a stay order. The pump owners, like most people in Jharia, believe the scare of underground fires and subsidence is simply a hoax perpetrated by the Bharat Coking Coal Company, or BCCL, which is the public sector unit that has mining rights in the area.
Well, since my father's childhood, when he was, very, something like he was 11 to 12 years. So rumors are, till it's from then, when people are telling authorities, the BCCL are telling, that Jharia is under fire. But then it's not under fire. If it would have been in fire, it would have collapsed. But it's now more than 50 years. Nothing has happened till yet. But then still cracks, a little here and there is there. But then BCCL can work on that and it can remove the fire completely.
This sentiment has given rise to a Jharia Bachao committee peopled by citizens who believe that BCCL has its own motives for creating a scare about underground fires.
There's something drastically wrong in the way BCCL is being run. The technology that they're using is also questionable. Now what is needed here is a very wide technical debate where people who know mining, they should come and then they should actually see what BCCL is doing, because this is very vital. The coking coal, which is only in Jharia, is very vital. If something goes wrong, in the near future, you're not going to get coal. Your steel plants will be absolutely famished for coal. So that is why the bigger question is that there must be a national debate. What is going on in Jharia?
The BCCL ridicules that imputation. True, some of India's best coal reserves lie under Jharia and in the surrounding coal field. But its main concern is the people's health and safety.
There is at least 1 billion ton of prime coking coal here, 1 billion tons, and put $100 to it. It's $100 billion worth of coal. And if I'm requiring 6,000, 7,000 crores, is $1.5 or $2 billion to move these people. You can see the economics. But the fact is that we don't want to shift people because we want that coal. I mean, that's not the idea. The moment we talk about coal production, a feeling appears that we are trying to get coal out of shifting people. Yes. It's not that. People should shift because of their own problems. Generations have existed in this kind of a fiery and smoky atmosphere. At least let the next generation breathe in good air.
As a matter of fact, Jharia may be in needless panic. The Jharia Action Plan, which is currently awaiting a final nod from the cabinet, envisages the relocation of 4 lakh people from the Jharia coalfields, but leaves Jharia town untouched. The 4 lakh people to be shifted are from surrounding areas. It's an ambitious plan. 80,000 families, 30,000 of them BCCL employees, are to be moved to 2 new townships that will be built north of the Jharia coal belt. Housing, power and water supply should be in place before relocation. For the project, money seems no object. In the year 2004, Rupees 5,700 crore were allotted for the execution of the plan over a 10-year period. Hit the calculator and the budget is a mammoth Rupees 400 crore per year, which means you can spend at least Rupees 1 crore every day. Last heard, the budget had been up to Rupees 8,000 crore, but work is yet to get off the ground. Behind me is the tea shop at Boka Pahari village on the outskirts of Jharia town. Now, the authorities have ordered almost the entire village to evacuate because there's fire raging below the ground, beneath where I stand really, and subsidence is causing huge cracks in the buildings over here. Witness this crack in a BCCL building that has split this concrete structure in half. The tenements that you see here are owned by the BCCL, and BCCL has condemned these buildings and ordered its personnel to leave, as the coal seam just beneath is on fire and could cause sudden subsidence and kill. But no one is listening to BCCL's warnings. Sheer economics has forced Muhammad Asif and his family of 5 to continue to live here, though the cracks on the walls grow wider every day and the smoke from the underground fires thicker.
ऐसे करीब 1 महीना पहले ऑर्डर आया था कि आप लोग घर खाली कर दीजिए, यहाँ कभी भी कुछ हादसा हो सकता है। हमने उसे कहा, हम लोग के सारे लोग मिलकर कहा हम लोग कि कहीं हम लोग को कहीं व्यवस्था हो जाए, खतरनाक तो है ही। अब कोई भी ऐसा नहीं चाहेगा लोग कि हम खतरे में कूद जाएं या जान दे दें। कोई मजबूरी तो है ही, तभी तो बच्चे लोग के साथ में यहाँ बसर कर रहे हैं। ऐसे बता रहे थे सरकार कि कहीं मैंने ऐसा उपाय हो रहा है कि जो आप लोग को वहाँ पर भेजा जाएगा। तो जहाँ भेजने जाए वहाँ पर जो है मैंने कि आउटसाइड है, वहाँ कोई चीज़ का व्यवस्था है नहीं, ना पानी बिजली ना और कोई तरह का। वहाँ दिक्कत होगा सारे लोग को, इसलिए यहाँ से लोग बहुत से जाने से इनकार कर रहे हैं।